Welcome back to the Spring Summer Showcase. I'm gonna bring out my pal, the Modern Gamer, who's gonna host the rest of this. Hello viewers, and thank you Easter Bunny for starting off our showcase. For those that don't know, every single pretty much season we do a showcase, starting in the fall and winter, and then again in the spring and summer, kind of talking about all the upcoming videos to come over these next couple months. It's going to be pretty exciting. Definitely very excited to tell you all that's going to be coming up in the new months. And it's so close to Easter, so why not make it an Easter theme? So I'm going to go ahead and grab my lovely chair, take a seat here, and we're going to get right into this. Okay, let's get right into this. So, the showcase is going to just kind of go over all the next upcoming videos, streams, all that great stuff over the next few months through the spring, summer season. Definitely a lot to discuss here. We had our fall winter one that came out back in January. We did a whole New Year's theme and everything like that. If you guys have not watched that, maybe go back and watch the showcase. Watch all the other showcases. We love doing a lot of fun themes. We've done psychics, we've done Easter, we've done news broadcasters, we've done a lot of different ones. So definitely go check them out. A lot of fun putting these together. But yes, today's going to be a nice little Easter one because it's going to be one of the few times that the first day of spring is going to fall so close to the first day of Easter. Which I know is only one day, but you know what? It's fine. Our lovely friend the Easter Bunny seems to have left us a nice little collection basket. It's got a nice little variety of some eggs here. Got some pink, some red, some orange, some green, all tons of different colors that we can actually go and hide. So for those that maybe don't know how Easter, some of us hide our eggs, some of us go find our eggs from the Easter Bunny. Maybe some of you partake in all that type of stuff. Now these are going to be certain eggs that have special stuff inside, and we will open them to see what's actually inside these magical eggs. And to say that we actually have found them is to see them actually appear on our channel. So you have to kind of watch through the rest of our channel history. So make sure you have the notification bell and everything all going on, and you subscribe and everything, and you'll get those notifications to see if we magically find what's inside these magical eggs here that the Easter Bunny has so lovingly graced us. Now these are going to be pretty hidden, so hopefully that they do all come during our channel's history here over this time of this year. So definitely hope we can find them all. And if not, it's on me. Don't worry, it's not on you guys. I just probably hit it in a really good spot. So, got my handy dandy script here, which looks a lot black because it's all green right now. But, my handy dandy script, because I first want to foremost discuss last showcase, the fall winter showcase. The one where we did a New Year's resolution. And I wanted to kind of see what we had planned from the months of January, February, March, which is where we're at now, and see if we're still on track for meeting all those minimum milestones that I had, or if we're still behind. So let's get diving right into this. So this is our lovely script. It has everything we always like to note about, everything like that. Got a lot of things crossed out, all that. For the month of January, our goal was to have the showcase out, which we did do. We had the Let's Play of Super Mario RPG from the Nintendo Switch, which we did do. We had Let's Play Crash Bandicoot 4, which we did indeed have uploaded, and Pokemon Brilliant Diamond being uploaded frequently, which was pretty much on par, and then Super Mario 3D All-Stars being played through as well. That was just pretty much our goals for January. We accomplished all those goals. The only one we did not do in the month of January that we discussed coming was Games I Grew Up On. I did not start the Games I Grew Up On series. So for those that don't know, back near my 30th birthday, so about 2 years ago, I started a series called The Games I Grew Up On. Now I'll try to do my face cam off and on throughout this, but this is my Games I Grew Up On thumbnail. As a lot of the games that we are going to feature throughout all this, those are all the games that I grew up on from the age of 0 to the age of now where I'm at, basically 32. But at that time was when I was 30, and trying to play all those games and showcase them in a either live stream or recorded format. And I said I was going to continue and actually try to finish that trying to hopefully get it all finished before this end of this year. So that way just that series is done and I actually put a cap on something that I started. Now the game that I grew up on and that I went to play, I wanted to play in the series back in January was Bejeweled. Now, Bejeweled, for those that maybe know or not know, Bejeweled is a matching game. It has a lot of these different jewels that you see around me. You mentioned 3 in a row, 4 in a row, 5 in a row, 6 in a row, and so on and so forth to move on in level, get certain unlocks, all that type of stuff. A lot of fun games. I played the original, second one, and third one, and then I got the mobile edition and Blitz, and I don't know, there's a bunch of other ones, but I started with the original back on PopCap Games with Insane Aquarium, which we already played on the Games I Grew Up On series. Yeah, this is another major one that I definitely want to discuss and play, so we will definitely be trying to do that here very soon. Like I said, it was supposed to come out in January, and that was my fault. Like I said, life sometimes just kind of finds its way to still encroach on time, but like I said, my family's going to come first every single day, my job's going to come first still right now, and everything like that, so it's kind of obvious that being a full-time parent, full-time worker, full-time taking care of my house, helping not only my wife help through her days, help my kids get through their days, make sure my job stays good and everything like that. Obviously, some things sometimes will be a little bit later than what I say, but I'm trying my best to keep on the strict formats. But yeah, it's supposed to come in January, but it will be coming this month. So definitely before the end of March. So be on the tune for the Games I Grew Up On series. February. Our goal for February was to have the Pokemon Brilliant Diamond series done. As of the time of recording this, the series is done, however, it has not all been uploaded. I think the last recording goes up on, I believe, the 24th, somewhere around there, somewhere before the end of this month, the actual Brilliant Diamond series will be ending. So it's about a month off of it, but the end is recorded, it is all finished, and I hope you guys will enjoy the finale and everything like that of our Brilliant Diamond Nuzlocke. Does that mean we actually won? I don't know, because remember, we did lose Pearl, and we had to do some workarounds to move forward. So maybe that happens again. Maybe not. I don't know. I guess you guys will have to go watch the finale when that actually airs. But yeah, we have our Brilliant Diamond series as recording this is completed. Like I said, it just needs uploaded, but it will be all done before the end of this month, and we'll be on to a new Pokemon journey as well during this month probably as well. So my goal for February was to have our Pokemon series, the next one, to start after Brilliant Diamond, the Let's Go Shiny Hunting series. Now, again, maybe you guys have remembered this, maybe don't, but we did have this on the channel a couple years ago as well, back when we were able to stream kind of every single day, everything like that. But our Pokemon Let's Go Ultra Route Shiny Hunting series is going to be completely started over from scratch, going with the exact strict rules that I put in place back in the day that I created it. Obviously, we did some workarounds, we did some testing when we did the live streams back in those days, a lot of different stuff to kind of see what exactly worked with this, but I do want to go back to the original written rules after testing a lot of those theories. All those original streams and all those original videos will still be on the channel and probably still under the playlist. But like I said, when we start it up again, it's going to start from ground zero. So all those, I think 8 shinies that we had collected during our journey of the beginning are going to be, gone. But I think it's just better to have a fresh start with the exact rules in place. So how it's going to work, we have to work route by route. And in order to progress on to a future route, we have to have the route before completed. Now, we can obviously go forward to get balls or money or whatever needed to continue the game to do the shiny hunting. However, actual progression is going to be limited by the routes. So to get out of Route 1, we have to get all the, I think it's like Pidgey, Rattata, and Bellsprout, I think is the Route 1s in Let's Go Eevee. You have to get all 3 of those shinies before you can either move to the route left of Lavender or the route above Viridian, left of Viridian, above Viridian. It's one of those 2 choices you can pick from. Say you go left and you have to catch the, I think Nidoran and stuff like that up there. If you go north, it's like the Caterpies and stuff. And Viridian Forest, getting all the bugs, Bulbasaur, Pikachu, all that, before you can even potentially get to Brock's area. And then to get more routes unlocked, you have to then progress through the game, so feeding Brock, all that. So it's still like a true Pokemon game series. However, we are only able to use the shinies that we collected. And all that, so it's definitely going to be a lot of fun, a lot of interesting, potentially get all the shinies in Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. That includes the legendaries and everything like that, so it's going to be a long, long series. But because this one is so long and so drawn out, and is going to be a live stream series, so definitely look out for that one. It's going to be recorded every Monday and Wednesday for probably roughly about anywhere from the minimum of an hour to most of 3 hours per day. But every Mondays and Wednesday will go up, and this will not start, like I said, until probably near April range. Right after the finale of Brilliant Diamond drops, that next Monday is when this will start. But because this one is so long, going to be so tedious, I'm throwing in another Pokemon series along with it that will be in the normal recorded format and all that type of stuff. And that series is going to be our Pokemon Omega Ruby Revenge Nuzlocke. Now, this is probably talking 5-6 years ago. We did Pokemon Omega Ruby. We had our old iPhone 6, 7, whatever it was, recording, over the DS, 3DS, whatever it was, recording the gameplay, and we ended up losing somewhere after the third badge. I know who the trainer was that we lost to in this regular Nuzlocke. There was no special moves, it was just a regular Omega Ruby Nuzlocke, because I had really never played it much as a Nuzlocke format. I played obviously Omega Ruby and beaten it and everything like that. It was actually my game that got me back into Pokemon after leaving it after Gen 3, ironically. So I left in Gen 3, came back in Gen 3. It's kind of poetic in that sense. But it's going to be a revenge Nuzlocke, so there's not going to be any sort of craziness, no hardcores or no wheels or anything else additional right now. There will be probably eventual Gen, ORAS or X and Y ones that are going to be randomized or have different things to them. But this one's just going to be, yes, your generic vanilla game Nuzlocke. To say I got revenge on the Nuzlocke that beat me back in those days, because I never got revenge on that one. I ended up losing and then just scrapping the project and moved forward. I want to actually beat it. So that way, when we say all the series at this point of recording this, all the ones that I've ever lost have been beaten. We did the Silver and the Sleep Block. We did, there was another one we lost as well. But I don't know. We got revenge on all the ones that we have lost, whether been in Sleep Block or non-Sleep Block formats. So this is the only one left that we have not beaten that's still on the channel to this day. So definitely want to get that started here as well. This one was not promised until probably about, I think, April or May. So this one's actually getting way sooner, coming in also around April range. Other stuff we wanted in February was the Games I Grew Up On series again, but this time was going to be playing through Smash Brothers. Now, Smash Brothers obviously has a lot of tie-ins as well, but Smash from the original 64 through Ultimate, I want to be playing all those games because they are games I consider I grew up on. Now, I started personally, my first ever Smash game was Smash. I did have 64. I did have 64 as a kid, but I didn't really play it. It was there. It was in my collection. I literally had it to own. I maybe touched it twice. Smash Melee was my first Smash. Played it in high school, actually. That's how long, it took me to even get into Smash Brothers. I was playing Smash Melee, and yes, I think at that point, being in high school, I think technically Brawl might have been just coming, because I think it came out in 2008, I think if I remember correctly, was Brawl. But yeah, starting from 64, working our way up to Ultimate, playing all those, talking about the memories and all that. Kirby's my main, anybody who's curious. Kirby was the player that I learned how to play the game with, how I figured everything out. It wasn't until Brawl that I actually knew how to truly operate the game. But overall, there's a lot of great memories of Smash, and I'd love to kind of go through all those because it is a game I definitely grew up on. And then the only other Let's Play that I had in February scheduled was our Dragon Ball Z Boo's Furry. Now, this was suggested by a viewer to play. They knew I was a big Dragon Ball Z person, and the only Dragon Ball Z game that I really feel like I have a love to or really enjoyed was the Budokai series. And they suggested maybe some of the Game Boy ones because they're a little bit easier. Like the Tenkaichi ones that have all the button presses, it's kind of like the Tekken or Mortal Kombat style where you have to combine buttons to do your moves. It's hard for me personally. So they suggested this one because it's more simple, so I want to give this one a try at least for like an hour or so, give my thoughts into it, because it's definitely not only recommended by someone to try, but it tickled my interest. So that is going to be one coming up as well here soon. And we'll discuss some of these dates more in stamped position once we go over what I have missed so far. So then the month of March, which is the month we're in, that's the time we're recording this, the stuff that we were supposed to have on was we were supposed to have Another games I grew up on being our Mario Kart series, playing through all the Mario Karts from number 1 through 8. So the first one, the Super Nintendo, I think is the Super Mario Kart, all the way up into the most recent one of Mario Kart 8 for the Switch now. I know it technically came out on the Wii U, but I think you can also throw in like Mario Kart Live, the mobile edition. There's a bunch of different Mario Karts and all this, but this is like the main number 1 through 8s are the main ones we would play. They are games I definitely grew up on. Obviously, there's a few that tie in more heavily in my life. I played the Game Boy Advance one, was technically my first one ever. Had a lot of fun with that one. Mario Kart Double Dash, I have a lot of fond memories with that one. Mario Kart Wii was when I kind of first started playing with family and everything like that. So a lot of great memories with Mario Kart. We can talk about those as we go forward. And then during this month, I also wanted to have our How to Plays start rolling out. So those that don't remember, about 5-6 years ago, I actually have it here, if I can find it here on my little list of stuff. Where is it? And there it is. I have the screenshot of all of our How to Plays from our channel's history. I'll go ahead and move my face cam so you can see. But yeah, you can see it's been about 5 years since the last time we even did one. And they were basically just telling you how to play the games. Now, again, like this was all recorded with iPhones, actual links like we do now with the game captures and everything like that. So it's all just, things that we're holding my hand while trying to, show everything. This time I have like 4 different cameras that I can literally hook up to show the controller, show the game, show the, everything to a more better format so you show people how to properly play these games. And obviously there's some of these like this one right here. I was like in a live stream format that did not look great at all. But I was trying to incorporate friends and all that too, so they can talk through the game and all that. But yeah, just definitely just enhancing all these. I wanted that in March as well, but those will probably come later. And then we wanted some of the Let's Plays during this time being our Mario Party games. So I know this is going to show some fake Mario Parties like this one right there. Sorry, I grabbed my hand for reverse. But playing through a lot of the Mario Parties that we have not put on the channel yet. So I think there's like Mario Party 3, 4, pretty much all the way. But no Mario Party, I think 10 we have for sure on the channel. And I think 9 we have on the channel as well. But just kind of playing through some of those mini games, trying to figure out our favorite Mario Parties and everything like that. And just going from there. And then obviously the only thing for this month else was the showcase that we're literally recording right now. And then we're into future months. So I'm going to ignore all these future months. We did discuss these in the fall-winter one, what we wanted for April, what we wanted for May, what we wanted for, June and so forth when the summer hit. But I'm just going to say, instead of discussing what I had planned, let's talk our new game plan and talk about what I'm actually putting down for this month, next month, and through the spring, summer, and possibly in the future, and see if we can make this checklist happen a little bit more on schedule better than anything. Now, so let's talk about the month we're currently in, March. Obviously, we have the showcase going on right now. Our Brilliant Diamond series will end at the end of this month, pretty much a week before. The Let's Go series should start, whether it be really at the end of this month or right at the start of April. And that's same with the Omega Ruby as well. The games I grew up on, Bejeweled, to have been recorded and up before April 1st. And then our new Mario series, Mario Odyssey, to be continuing going forward. So for those that did not know, we started a brand new Mario series, our Super Mario Odyssey playthrough, and everything like that. So definitely go watch that if you have not seen it yet. We've been playing through a lot of Mario games, and we wanted to go for one that we knew for sure we could possibly, without all the struggles and cuts and super cuts and whatever else we've had to do for like Sunshine, for example, and stuff like that. So we chose Odyssey for now. But there might be another Mario game in the works that might come out very late March as well, or very early April as well, depending. I don't know. I'm debating whether I want to add that to my plate or not, because I already have so much on my plate, so I'm not going to discuss it yet, so that way I'm not putting it out there. But there's thoughts for one more Mario series coming out for this month, for the Mario month. That was the whole theme of March, because March 10th was Mario Day. We made it all kind of Mario themed, but we kind of, we made it work, but not as great as I wanted it, or as great as I wanted it. And then I do want the Let's Plays of those Mario parties kind of to be started, just starting from whatever the first one that's not on the channel. So say it's 3, like say we've done 1, 2, and 3 is the next one. That's where we would start and go from there and keep posting those as well. And that's for the month of March. As for the month of April, the beginning, around April, like I said, beginning April to mid-April, I really want to have the games I grew up on series started and everything like that. So I definitely want to not be putting this on a hiatus anymore, this whole brand playing through all of them. So definitely by April, it's going to be flowing again, and we're going to start with Smash Brothers. That's going to be the first one we're going to be playing. We'll be playing, Smash 64, then Melee, so on and so forth, doing those as our games I grew up on. And then, like I said, in April, the Boost Furry will also come out. And then trying to start remastering these How to Plays will be during April. Future months, May. What I have for May, I want at least one of the Mario series. If we don't make the new one, then obviously Odyssey being the obvious choice, but at least to where we have an ability to have a new Mario series started by the beginning of May. From where we are currently in Odyssey, from the time I'm recording this exactly, we're about 100 moons in. Now, I don't remember off the top of my head, because again, we're talking a game I haven't played in a while, but we are pretty close to probably beating Odyssey hopefully by April, so maybe you can start sooner. But I do want it by May, a new Mario series, and that can be Mario Wonder, it could be, the Peach game, it could be Mario vs. Donkey Kong, it could be the new Super Mario Bros. There's a lot of different choices that we could throw in there. So we'll have to kind of see which one speaks to us during the May month. But yeah, definitely want to play some of those. In May, I also want the games I grew up on series to continue with Mario Kart, playing through all the Mario Karts 1 through 8 that we'd already talked about. And at that point, I want Omega Ruby to be done with to start our next Pokemon series, whether that be my wife's and I's co-op if it's done being fully recorded and edited by that point, or a new Pokemon series, whether it be, say, like Sword and Shield. There's like Legends Arceus we still haven't done, XY, Alpha Sapphire. There's a few that are still in the mix that we have not completed yet. So definitely be on the lookout for those. Hopefully that'll, it comes in May. I don't know which one for sure, because like I said, unless certain things might be recorded by then, I don't want to put an exact project there if something else could fill its slot right now. In June, so literally at the beginning of summer, by the beginning of summer, so June 21st is the first day of summer, we want the games I grew up on series doing all the Mario parties at that point again. So I know we're saying Mario Party for this month, but that's the Let's Play series. The games I grew up on one is just going to kind of more in-depth play the ones that I personally have attachments through, unlike the Let's Plays. So once we've done the Let's Plays, everything like that, and know which ones we really feel like had a connection with my life, those are the ones that are going to be in the games I grew up on. And just talking about some of the ones that just really have a keen memory, whether it be through certain mini games, the boards, or just the memories attached with those games in general. The Let's Play that I want to have started by that point, for that month, I want to have NBA 2K24. Now, I don't know when this ranges with the whole NBA season, obviously. I follow basketball as much as I used to. I definitely was big into basketball, definitely up until about 8th grade. And I still followed it here and there, but then now it's like, okay, maybe playoffs or NBA finals, I'll kind of watch some stuff like that. But yeah, if you ask me about certain players that, may exist, I might have some problems. But I do want to play the newest NBA game. At this moment, it is NBA 24. If there's something newer by this point that I'm talking in June, and I'd play that one, obviously, but this is the newest one. I haven't ever played an NBA game other than, your Wii's or parties or whatever, so I definitely want to give an NBA game a try. I've had a lot of fun with other sports games, so just want to give that one a try. And then I'm thinking by the month of June, to have PokeChat return. So PokeChat was a series that we started on a channel when it was MVP Gaming and everything like that. I definitely want to have that returned and continued forward to at least get Season 3 wrapped up. Season 2, sorry. Season 2 wrapped up. Season 1's done. We've done Season 1. There's nothing else to do. Season 2 is the one we've been recording. Obviously, you can see. I keep forgetting my hands reversed. The videos here. So we had 20 to get to the finale of PokeChat Season 1, and there's 19. We were technically one episode away from finishing Season 2. There's a few ideas I still wanted for Season 2. I knew it was going to be technically a couple more episodes in there. But yeah, there's the whole grand finale of Season 2, and that was good to discuss whether PokeChat did come to a true end, but I just want to cap it off, at least, of that ending, what was supposed to be the ending of Season 2. So, seeing we kept saying it's going to happen, blah, 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 whether it be just myself or if I can get the original people that contributed with that in there, that'd be awesome. But, like I said, that is not planned until June when just everybody out of school and it's a lot easier to record. Also, in June, so actually technically it's going to be starting once the weather gets warmed up. So, could be as early as, this month. It could be April, May. I don't know when it's going to truly stick around with the warm months. Right now we're playing I call it almost like skipperoo, where it's like a couple of days are 60s, other days are 30s, other days are 70 something, and then there's the next day that's 20. It's very weird, a lot of fluctuations, and I don't want to play around with that one where it's kind of a consistent above at least probably 60 degrees by talking truly to myself, because I'm just not a big fan of the cold. But up until June, I'm going to be working on setting back up my actual recording studio. So those that do not know, I think it's been since some point last year, I want to say November or December of last year, we've been outside of my recording studio. We don't have my headset, my microphones, all that great stuff. And then there's been reasonings to that. It was to make my wife's and I's recordings much easier. It's just inside in our actual living rooms where we just sit on the couch and record all that stuff a lot easier. So yeah, things like the audio is going to be suffering, things like the quality of maybe the lights or whatever else. Mind you, because like I said, in my actual recording setup, I have your soundproofing, my actual microphone, all that great stuff that is just already hooked up. Getting that all situated and ready to go for the return of everything. And then once it's all set up, and like I said, it should be all by June. It should be all set up and ready to go. In June, I want to have a schedule again. So it's been now almost 3 or 4 years since last time we had something per day, where it used to be Monday was Mario Monday, Tuesday was Throwback Tuesday, Wednesday was Wacky Wednesday, so on and so forth. Saturday, Sunday being Sword and Shield, I think goes back in those days. So, try to refresh my base cam really quick. Why it's not capturing me for some reason, but there it goes. Anyway, yes, to where we can get back to either a streaming schedule or just a daily schedule again, completely back to that point. Because once I have my stream set up and everything like that, no matter what, whether because of work, family, blah, 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 I will always guaranteed have that minimum an hour of time recording, whether it be at the end of my day, at the very end when everybody's asleep. I just go out there for an hour, record something, do a live stream or something, whatever it may be, go on and so forth. Or there might be instances like my Monday and Wednesdays when I have less responsibilities because my kids are in school, other than your house and your bills and whatever, all that fun stuff but less potential things to have to hard worry about because I'm by myself, obviously, for at least 5 to 6 hours, so I can potentially do more streamings, things like that for those days, which is why I'm playing the Let's Go series on Monday and Wednesdays when I have more capabilities to do so around all the other responsibilities I have whenever I can find that time. Anyway, let's go into the month of July. The month of July, I want to have another new Pokemon series, so whether that be because one of them wrapped up. I don't see Let's Go wrapping up that soon, definitely don't. I see that really going almost near to the end of the year for Let's Go. But yeah, the next Pokemon series to be started by July, the next new Mario series to be started by the beginning of July, the games I grew up on. At that point, I want to be Pokken. I wanted to do Pokken Tournament. It's a game I did have a lot of greatness for, a lot of fun with. It was kind of hard to learn at first, but I did have a lot of fun. There's a lot of fun memories of Pokken. I'd love to kind of go over those. That and ARMS are the two major ones that kind of came at the exact same time that we had a lot of fun with. And then by that point, I went to have either started recording or recorded the Pokemon Versus tournament that we talked about. We're going to take all the gym leaders from Gen 1 to Gen 8, Gen 9, sorry, I guess now, put them in a big tournament where they can choose the Pokemon each round, whether it be from the anime, manga, wherever, they may have certain Pokemon. Take that team into the battle that they're about to face, whoever it may be. So say it's Giovanni versus someone else from Gen 1, Erica. Giovanni can use anybody from the manga, anime, whatever. Because I know he has like Mewtwo in certain ones. He has like his Rhydon, his Persian, stuff like that. And Erica can use the same thing. Battle those teams to see who wins. It's all going to be a randomized selection on who fights who. They prepare their teams prior to facing each other. Battle. Whoever wins moves on. Whoever wins from the other rounds moves on. They now pick new teams for the person they're fighting going forward. Originally, there was a debate whether we should have them have a set team of 6 throughout. But I feel like to really truly figure out who the best trainer or gym leader is to have them have their full range of their Pokemon to their disposal. Else we're just saying, oh, it's just because they got lucky in this selection that's why they won, type of deal. I don't want that scenario. So I think the best is just having them have free selection per round, figuring out who the best of each generation is. So start with Gen 1, figure out the best one there, Gen 2, so on and so forth. Then we get to the finals of all the generations, have those guys battle each other, figure out the ultimate gym leader of all time. Then we can do those for like the Elite Fours and Champions as well to maybe give this big grand, like who's the best of the true best based on every little bit of research you can possibly do. Is it truly like Leon Cynthia's like a lot of people think? Is it somebody else out there? Anyway, again, that's kind of a plan for July. In August, the games I grew up on, I want to have 1-2 Switch come out around that point. And like I said, a lot of these I am discussing, they could come out sooner. It could be way sooner than this. But my goal is for this time. Like I said, these lists that I'm basically talking out, my script that I'm talking out, is the bare minimums that I want to have everything out by. It could be faster than this, and yes, it could. There's obviously situations that we just discussed where it could be potentially still slower than this, just of how life rolls sometimes. But again, yeah, I want the games I grew up on, the 1-2 Switch. A lot of great memories with that one, and family memories. So definitely want to do that. My Let's Play for that time of month, I don't have fully decided, but again, it could be like the Princess Peach game, if we didn't do that for the Mario series, or Donkey Kong versus Mario, testing those type of games out to see if they're even possibly beatable. There's been some suggestions of doing like the Mario and Luigi type games, where like the partner doesn't burn some time, or I don't know what but there's a whole bunch of them in the Game Boy DS era of Mario and Luigi games I've never played. I kind of have interest in. There's also like the Paper Mario series that I have some interest in that I wanted to kind of try out and see my thoughts on those. Since I did the Super Mario RPG, it kind of gave me a taste of those, and I know there's been a lot of love for those type of games. I always didn't know if I would really be able to understand them or get them, so it'd just be good to give them like an hour of my time or two just to kind of go from there. And then by the end of August, I want Season 2 for PokeChat to be done. So right before school were to start and everything like that, or just at least by the end of August, to have PokeChat Season 2 finished, and then we can discuss whether there ever truly will be future seasons or if it really is the end of its time. September, I don't actually, what is the first day of fall? I'm actually not sure what the first day of fall is. But I'm pretty sure it's somewhere in this range. I could just pull my handy dandy phone really quick. Let me grab that really quick. Okay, gotta figure it out. So September 22nd is the first day of fall. So all of the things I've discussed so far, up until September 22nd, is that time table basically for those type of series. Now, like I said, just like this one being technically the start of the spring summer showcase for all those that we're talking about in the fall winter, technically this was the deadline for it. Now there's been obviously some that fell to the wayside, but there's been a lot of great projects that have been really pushed out during this time. We got the Mario series done, we got Pokemon Brilliant Diamond pretty much being finished as well. So a lot of great stuff. But anyway, let's talk about September up to pretty much right at the start of fall, winter. So beginning September, the game that I really want to have started or doing is the games I grew up on, being Madden. Now, I'm using Madden 12 as the example here. I know Peyton Willis doesn't play in the league obviously anymore and didn't really do much actually besides the 2 years that he was great for. But this is the Madden game that I really have the most attachment to. Madden 9, 10, all those were great. Madden 8. Pretty much after 7, I have a lot of great memories of Maddens. This was the last great Madden I remember playing. And then I did Madden, I think, I know I had Brady on it. I want to say 18, I don't know. I did it with my nephew on the channel. I did that Madden with him. And I just want to go back to doing one of those Maddens that I love. And maybe I'll compare it to the most recent Madden, because at that point, the most newest Madden should be out for Madden 25. And we can kind of talk about the pros and cons between the two and all that. And I know the new NCAA is making a game again for the first time in forever, so there's a lot of talks about those, but I definitely want to play Madden because it is one that I have a lot of fond memories. It was one of in my mix of games, if I wanted to stay up late and stay up for long, long times, that was one of the guaranteed ones. It was Smash Brothers, and I would just do tournament mode, and I'd just play a bunch of, computers and level them up and see how far I could get in each round. So I'd start with level 3s and then work my way up and see how much I could handle up to 7 and 8 CPUs and so forth, or see if I can get looked into 9s. And then Madden would be the other one. I'd do fantasy season with creating your own player and everything like that, and just seeing how many years I could go. And then, what was the other one? I had Smash, Madden. I had 3 separate TVs all set up with each one of these. One TV would have the old, red, yellow, whatever it was, white cords. One would be my HDMI plugged to a computer. But I usually had a couple games. Kingdom Hearts was another one in there. That would just be guaranteed one. Star Wars Battlefront, that was the other one. Star Wars Battlefront was the other one. I just would put on random maps, let it randomize through, and then just play on those modes. Those were the other ones. Kingdom Hearts, Madden, Kingdom Hearts, Madden, Star Wars Battlefront, and Smash Bros. There we go. Those are my, if I wanted to really stay up and really keep myself awake, those would be the ones I just played. So I just would have a lot of playability, and I could switch to the games. And there's been obviously times, like say Madden would be on its stimulation for the off season, I could go play the other one, and so on and so forth. My Let's Plays during that point, again, still undecided, but similar to the one previous, we just decide from ones that we want to test out and everything like that. The new Pokemon series started by then, a new Mario series started by then, by September. And then by September 22nd, or on 22nd, I should be specific, on September, on the first day of fall, just like this one's falling on the first day of spring, first day of fall, the Fall Winter Showcase will go, and that one. And I haven't fully decided the theme, but I've got 6 different themes in my phone of ideas, and I don't want to discuss for those spoilers or anything like that. For this one, I was literally between Easter or St. Patrick's Day, if you want kind of a behind the scenes, but I was like, wait a minute. This is going to be the one rare time that Easter's going to fall really close to the first day of spring, so let's do the Easter theme. Anyway, that is everything for the spring and summer showcase. Now let's go ahead and speak a little bit about the fall and winter, what our hopes or ideas are. Obviously, new Marios, new Pokemon by then. We want the games I grew up on series completely done by the end of this year. We want the Pokemon versus tournament hopefully done, or at least during the championships by that point at the end of this year. And then Smash Brothers Infinite to be out before the end of this year as well. I don't know when this recording and all that will start for sure for Smash Infinite, but there'll be a trailer that drops that discusses the whole new brackets and everything like that. Everything that's up currently still for Smash Infinite is going to stay there until I have a new thing set for it. But anyway, that's for that. And then as far as grand future ideas, I do still want a new intro and things like that. I do want to do ideas for a Sleep Block as well. Potential have still interest in trying speedrunning of Super Mario 3D World, since I have a lot of fun with that one. Doing my Pokemon Substitute Lock, which is literally just finding someone to record it with. And then bringing back actually online battling with you guys, whether it be Mario Kart, Showdown, whatever have you, to do those type of things. And then that's pretty much all that I have future-wise. As far as going back to right now, other things I do need to get done at some point eventually is, again, reupgrading the Pokemon Road to Scarby to now what's going to be Legends ZA. I think it's the newest one that's been announced. I know I didn't technically do Arceus or BDSP as far as upgrades when those games came out, because technically the Sword and Shield DLC came out after some of those. I think Legends Arceus still had the latest one when the Daybreak DLC or whatever dropped, and then obviously Scarlet and Violet, when that took over, that's when it became that. I know I could have technically done at one point where it was Road to Legends Arceus or Roads to BDSP when those did come out, but yeah, I know it's only been the original Road to Shield. Road to Shield was the original, Road to Sword and Shield was the next upgrade, then was Road to Scarby, and now I will go ahead and probably go ahead and change, because it's not until 2025 for ZA. Now, I don't know if there's going to be another Pokemon one right now. And also, there's a lot of rumors of one more Pokemon game coming out in like November time. But yeah, my goal is for the road of whatever we're on right now. Like I said, whether you call it the Road to Scarby, Road to whatever. I want all these Pokemon games hopefully done by the end of this year. Like I said, with the fact that I'm going to be going to more full-time recording and able to do an hour per day at minimum, always, is just huge. Obviously, I did not have that before. That's basically adding, at minimum, 5 to 6 hours of recordings every single week that I did not have before. So at most every week, it was always about 10 hours of recording that I would have a week. And that was at the extreme most if everything lined up without, worrying about bills, home life, whatever else, all that, the things that had to fit into the right puzzle pieces for that to happen. That was the most. Now you could be staying up to almost 20 hours of potential recording time. So a lot of great things coming forward. I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. I guess I can bring the Easter Bunny back on to outro us out. And hope you guys did enjoy. Like I said, be sure to smash that like button and subscribe if you are new here. We'll definitely see you all in the next video, stream, whatever it may be. This is going to be the Modern Gamer signing out. I'm going to go grab the Easter Bunny back on, and we will outro it out. You might be wondering why you didn't show off my eggs. But the truth is, I hid them all already while he was recording. Because that was crazy. Now, that doesn't mean you guys can't still find them. How do you find them, you wonder? Like I said, just keep subscribed to the channel, have the bell rung, and everything like that. And if those videos that he said would come out, that means you found that egg. That's simple. Hope you guys have a wonderful Easter and a wonderful